Hey everybody, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the 33rd episode in our third Age of Wonders 3 co-op strategy series with Jake and Dan. Picking up from where we left off, right in the last episode, we're just continuing on, and Jake, I think probably Jake, is going to get us started here with a fight. One thing I forgot to mention from the comments in the last episode was that Space Flash pointed out that there was a mount, I think it was an undead or like the unholy horse mount that gives unholy champion. That would be a good mount to give to Ricky. And it's still kind of like a pony, it's just a large pony with a lot of flames and fire. So I think we're going to let it slide because Ricky kind of doesn't have a mount and I have extras. Also, I did find a red raptor mount in the last episode too that I could give him, but I think I'd rather have Unholy Champion if I can get it. What's the Draconian Phalanx's kind of like special thing that they get? Do they have any
damage?
Ah, yep, that would do it.
And that nifty high-speed regeneration that all Draconians have.
Yep.
Yeah, they all get that.
Can you imagine how nice it would be if that worked for like undead Draconians? Like they still regenerated 6 health per turn. They don't, but that would be incredibly powerful. Nice. Yeah, those guys don't handle fire damage very well. Let's see, I think the Unholy Horse was in that bag to the east of that city down there. Go try to grab that.
Okay. Rude.
Hey, that is a very dedicated swarm darter right there.
That it is.
That guy will not be swayed.
Just, a little bit of penance there. Oh, nice. Okay, you're not gonna crit, but... the indent unit right in front of the first one. See how it works.
It won't.
About as well as you think.
Elias Cadaver. He tried to do one thing and died.
His master was an idiot.
You guys realize you can't hurt me, right? You're only hurting Steve back there.
Steve is getting very, very angry. No. Okay.
If Steve gets angry enough, he might sprout wings and fly and come after you. So when martyrs evolve into exalteds, they go from a group of 8 to like a group of 3. So what happens to the other 5? Do they just get kicked out of military training and go home?
They go the way of the High Templar.
Uh-oh. Okay, I think this is where that horse was. Yep. That can go to Ricky. Ricky is full of stuff that I can't... I need to get rid of something. What do you not need? I think I can get rid of the bucket of monkey poop. That's probably a safe bet. He actually has a red raptor mount on the way, but I'll just replace it when the other one gets there. Alright, let's see what this guy can do here. Now, when I build a fort... it does have a range of 2, but I can't build it here because it's adjacent. Wait, it's acting like I can build it here still, though. If it'll let me build a fortress there, then that basically solves my problems. Oh. Wasn't sure if you could build it adjacent to your borders or not. Maybe you just can't build it in your borders. So it's like I can't put it on the nice choke point by the bridge. Oh, that comment, by the way, was from Arch Redbeard with regard to the horse. Probably throw that out there. One last one from Slavma mentioned that my Queen's Shield might be able to be replaced. I haven't looked at her equipment in a while, but I'll check that. But there may be a better shield in one of those groups of items that I'm standing on.
Thank you. Now die.
And tireless means you get chopped in the back. Perfect. Alright, first things first, let's do some testing. So I can't build the fortress in my border. Oh wait, I can? No, I just can't build it there. Not exactly sure what the rules are governing this, but I'm just going to build it on the road right here and call it good. If it'll let me. Yep. That'll get me 10 more casting points next turn. Ooh, I like that we're seeing a war. Oh, wait, that's a ghoul war breed.
Uh-huh.
How did you happen upon that?
The entire army's ghouls.
Oh, the whole
There you
group.
go.
Oh, that's the necro hero.
There may or may not have happened to be a cursed well nearby.
Oh, okay.
Could have been.
Steve tripped and fell and just coated the entire army. It's a very unfortunate incident.
Dang it, Steve. Every army has a Steve.
Or a Dave.
Yeah.
They relegated him to standard bearer, figuring, that'd keep him out of trouble, but just didn't quite make it.
You know, I feel bad because there's got to be at least like a dozen Steves and Daves that watch these videos.
Oh, they're used to it by now.
Eh.
If not, they don't watch enough TV or read most commercials or really do anything of any interaction to social media,
Right.
social networks at all.
Well, I'll know for sure when my subscriber count drops by 10 or 12.
You're welcome. Just remember, that's a very Dave move, Dave. Local commercial humor.
Aww.
Aw, man. That was mean.
Well, actually, I don't know how local that is. That might not actually be local.
That's probably...
I honestly forgot what commercial that was.
It's probably more of an American thing.
I feel like that would be like Progressive Insurance or something like that. I don't remember.
I'm sure it's some insurance company. Maybe Farmers or something like that. I just don't know my TV commercials very well, as I do not watch much
That's
TV.
a radio commercial.
Ah, okay.
It's the only reason I know it is because it occasionally popped up on the radio here and there.
I wonder if poor Steve and Dave get the same treatment in other countries.
Of course they do.
Every country has their own Steve and Dave.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all of these units float, fly, or swim, so even if something terrible happens, they'll be okay. Wonder if they could take that group. Earth Elemental is... Oh, he's weak to Blight, not resistant to it. Dang it, I always get my Earth Elementals mixed up with Pokemon. Like, I think, Ground, okay, resists poison. Wait, that's not right in this game. Yeah, we'll, maybe not mess with that. I could summon Beast Horde in there and kill it, but... kind of want to reinforce Wild Hunt more. Alright, there's really no reason for these units to do anything other than hold ground for now. As for the Giants, though, I can think of a few things I'd like to do with them. They are going to march west. Maybe join up with the big group I've got forming in the southern part of the map. And why not give them Lucky while they're at it? I'm not sure. Maybe should have grabbed that. Sort of maybe saving that for any structure that might have undead in it. Maybe like that Forbidden Sanctum. I forget what was in there. Oh yeah, shields. Shields for my leader. I knew I was forgetting something. Her shield is... yeah, that's pretty garbage. I'm sure I can find a better one. She's gonna need a spot cleared. I'll probably get rid of... oh, she's got a spot clear. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure I can find a better shield in here somewhere. Not that one, though. Maybe? There actually is not. Nope, these are all pretty garbage items overall, as far as I can tell. Okay, well, I don't really have a very specific plan for my Sorcerer's Army other than get XP as fast as possible. So they're just kind of wandering down here at this point. What level are you at? You're at 12, 829 out of 900. I'd say a couple more battles and I should be able to get this. If they're gonna let me, I will gladly heal. She could have also used Nourishing Meal. Spider could use harmonizing energy. Okay, why don't we get their attention here? Hey, none of that.
Well, that elephant had a better day.
Yeah. Well, we can't have you sneaking around and shooting my shamans in the back, so... Or my shamans, my swarm darters. They're definitely not shamans. That Ice Queen is just constantly hurt at all times. Oh, you jerk. Snake needs help. No.
Flaming webs. I think we've seen this before.
We have. So many fun things can happen in Divinity. Well, at least they got the Pokemon dichotomy of fire versus grass types, right? Yeah, Toadstool Fairies aren't great, but this army could probably use a little bit of growth. They don't have any diggers, so guess they're going to stay there for now. Alright, so we're all just collectively... You know what? I've got extra money. I'll just pay for open borders with these guys. Actually, Jake, do you think you'll get this Draconian city eventually? The one underground that Jake, or that you and me and Dan are all running past?
I would venture to guess that the answer to eventually is yes.
I'll just...
In 3 turns, I'll be able to get it.
Okay, then I'm not gonna pay them any money. We'll just trespass and they'll deal with it.
They didn't mind me trespassing. I expected them to, you know, be hostile to me or something, but no, they just stayed neutral.
That's interesting. If I take their haste berries, it's an act of war. Okay, fine.
What?
You can keep your dang berries. Yeah, I wanted to take those haste berries to boost my earth elemental along a little faster, but it was like, are you sure you want to declare war? This is a hostile action. And I'm like, they're berries. I'm hungry.
I stole their production resources. They didn't seem to care about that.
Yeah. I don't
Granted,
know.
I fought units on top of it for it, so maybe the production resources were payment for clearing out hostile enemies.
Yeah, maybe they were thankful for that.
Could
Well,
be.
who's ready to kill some more undead? Because that's just what we do in this game. Just go stand there. And you know what? Just because I have mana and it'd be fun, I'm gonna give my snake Savage Rage. That High Elf Bard is still alive, so I guess they,
Yeah.
I
He
guess,
only does damage on the turn 1.
and then I guess it's just a spooky thunderstorm the rest of the time.
I venture to guess that the 3 turns is just to give you a cooldown before the next cataclysmic event happens.
Might be. So you don't
So
have to
you-
deal with lightning from the heavens and a crap ton of trolls running across the map at the same time.
Or if you're extremely unfortunate and people queue up a bunch of cataclysms, lightning 5 times in a row.
That
would be extremely unfortunate, and the luck required to be able to pull that off would be absurd.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Wouldn't that just wipe the entire board?
Pretty close.
Unless
It's
you got
still
some
pretty much
serious healing in between rounds.
5 turns in a row would pretty much wipe anything less than 50, 60 health easily.
Well, I just failed an 84% or 84% petrifying touch chance. That's nice. There. Oh, these orcs don't have killing momentum yet, you scrubs. Hey. No killing the orcs. This guy just sees a bunch of orc shock troopers just phase through a wall. He's like, what? Wait, what?
Phantom troopers.
Would be a bit disconcerting.
Yeah. Another second breakfast. Okay, well, looks like this is going to my sorcerer. And that armor is probably going to get sold. Oh, I could stop in that tomb, but to be perfectly honest, I'm kind of too lazy. Oh, except that it is a vassal city, so that's more gold per turn. I should probably clear it then. I don't really even care about the XP for this group, because they probably... Oh, there's a Dread Reaper in there. Okay, well that makes this a little more interesting.
There's usually 1 or 2.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep giving this guy Savage Rage because it seems like fun. Alright guys, wake up and get over here.
Well, you just stunned him. He can't.
Well, one of them can't. Dread Reaper can. Alright, so I have to deal with his lifesteal.
Can you lifesteal from an elemental?
I believe you can. Well, maybe not. It doesn't show up. It's not highlighted, so maybe not.
Yes, you can.
Yep. Wonder what else I can do. Does she have any other range attacks that might be helpful here? Not really. Lightning's about the best thing I've got, and that's not even great.
Summon a boar behind it.
That's actually just exactly what I was doing. It still won't be enough. Oh, yeah, it will. Oh, good job, boar. Kind of a little disappointed he got the XP for that, but alright. Aw,
Oh, cursed the boar.
what a shame. Very, very tragic loss. Alright, you guys have had your fun.
I'm not sure those two have had any fun yet.
No, maybe not. But they're not gonna have any more. Oh, dang it. I thought you were my friend. You traitor. Now, poetic justice, the Horn God is gonna kill his own boar.
I wonder if you ghoul curse one of those, if it actually stays around after the fight.
I actually got a really nice item out of that. I don't know. I don't think they do. The similar question I remember people asking about elementals in one of my other series. 2 vision range, 5 hit points, fast healing. You know, I wonder... My queen already has absurdly high vision range, and I think I'm just going to stack vision range upgrades on her, just because I can. Mostly just because I'm curious to see how far she'll be able to see. She'll have +3 vision range from items, +2 vision range from being on a flying mount, +1 from being a druid. She'll be like a super tower. Alright, I am about to take us to the next turn.
Okay.
I don't think I gotta jump anything this time around, so should be okay. Oh, I forgot to reinforce. I forgot to reinforce Wild Hunt. I'm going to do that now, just so they don't try to disjunct it when it's not fully reinforced. I hate it for when I forget to use my casting points. Where is it? There it is.
Hey! That's not allowed.
Hopefully I don't need those casting points for anything else this turn.
Famous last words.
Right.
That was my fort you just tore down, jerks.
Oh, Dan actually does have to deal with some of these guys.
Yep.
Well, their crusade is not ending well for them.
Nope.
It ended with a giant boulder to the back of the head.
Yeah, that was the first group that made it underground, actually.
I can save my bard now. My archdruid can heal her. Hey, there's a wizard tower up ahead too. There are just a lot of goblins down there hanging out on structures, aren't there?
Mm-hmm.
Like how there's just weakening all around. Everybody gets to be weakened.
Yeah.
Bunch of goblins that are resistant to poison trying to make each other weak to poison. Those guys are ranking up fast.
Yeah. Oh, miscalculated that.
Not trying to actually kill him. Part of me wants to go get that watchtower, and the other part of me thinks it's a waste of time. I don't really know for sure which part of me I'm going to listen to. I just kind of breezed through all those spells I got from Wild Magic Adept, but I need to take a look at those next time I'm in a battle. Might be something interesting in there. I don't use Wild Magic very often, so maybe there's something worthwhile in there that I don't really know much about. That Draconian actually should have pretty impressive frost resistance now. Yeah, 80%. Not bad for a Draconian. keep almost calling them Argonians. Just too much Elder Scrolls, I guess. Let's kill even more goblins. Oh, crap. Oh well. Exposing my own units to the cold again. Oh, I forgot you were over there. Well, that fairy's not going to last long. Can I save her? I don't think I can save her. No, that's a big beetle. She's toast. Well, it's been nice knowing you. Marauder's like, cool, I get to keep my job. I don't get replaced by a fairy. It would be really nice if she'd freeze these guys right here. Well, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, you weren't supposed to outright kill him, stupid. Hey, there's a better shield for my queen. And I think that inflict enfeebling fever item would be good for the druid here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Right, 874 out of 900 XP. I am betting that I could level her up here. I got all the units on the map are just a little damaged now after that thunderstorm. She needs still quite a bit more XP. Don't like that butcher, but I would really like my queen to be able to kill it. We'll see what it does. I think I just said queen. I did not mean to say I want my queen to kill it. My queen is not here. Didn't get the stun. Did I get it now? Nope. There we go. Oh, wait, she just hit level 13. I'm good. Cool. Alright, well then everyone can go weapons free. Alright, that should get me Chaos Rift and maybe Thunderstorm 2? Nope, I need 10 for Thunderstorm and I have 9. That's annoying, but okay.
Age of Deception went up this turn.
Oh crap, okay.
Ah, that's what's wrong.
Good to
That
know.
explains it.
Um,
That's why everyone is very pissed off.
on my next turn I will start trying to disjunct it immediately. I would recommend we all do the same. Yeah, not spending money on that. I kind of actually need to save my money a little bit right now. It's funny, I see notifications up there that just say Reverend has won a battle. The Reverend is doing much battle. Okay, that's good, that's good. Festival, okay, I'll take money. Fortunately, I have hospitals, grand palaces, stuff like that in most of my cities, which should help keep most of them from going into revolt, I think.
All my units are just minorly unhappy.
They're just
Just
like
a minor irritation is all.
just a little bit annoyed with the current situation.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't see anybody lower than 250 morale, negative 250 morale.
It might hit harder on the next turn, because for now it doesn't seem to be affecting our cities. But the problem you run into is when your cities become unhappy, your units become unhappy per every city that is in revolt. So if you have a lot of cities and they all go into revolt, your units get really unhappy really fast.
All of my cities are still massively in the positive.
Yeah, if they're massively in the
Yeah.
positive, then you should be good. And I think being a theocrat helps with that a bit.
Yep. That and being underground with goblins, there's a metric ton of tiles that are in favor of terrain, so I get a massive amount of happiness just off of that.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's very dedicated.
My bigger cities get 300 happiness just off terrain, which counteracts Age of Deception almost 100%.
That's another thing that's probably worth doing. I'm not going to do it in this game just because it's far too time consuming, especially for a multiplayer game, but terraforming can really make a big difference. Just making sure your cities have as much terrain as possible that they like.
Well, it's going to take me 6 turns to get a 50-50 shot at disjuncting that.
Oh my.
Yeah, I was afraid of that, but it's still probably worth doing. If we all do it, one of us is going to disjunct it. I kind of wish I'd have known or noticed that before Age of Deception, or before I reinforced Wild Hunt. I would have rather spent it disjuncting Age of Deception than reinforcing Wild Hunt. Get off of me.
As far as I go, my newest city and my dwelling are the only ones that are slightly unhappy.
Starting to see some rogue succubi out here.
I think the more irritating point for me is going to be the fact that they're all invisible.
What's all invisible?
All the rogues units.
Oh, all the rogue. Okay.
I might have enough true sight things in all of my armies, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I actually forgot about the invisibility. I focused so much on the morale penalty and how crippling that is to everyone else's economy. I forgot about invisibility.
Age of Deception's penalty in and of itself isn't really that big of a deal. It's when it starts getting combined with the other ones that it becomes a problem.
Yeah. It's honestly probably my favorite Tier 7 spell in the game, except for maybe the Sorcerers. The one that gets you 50 extra casting points and cuts the cost of all your spells in half. That one's really good.
Age of Magic.
Yeah. Age of Undeath is great too for necromancers, but honestly it almost becomes more annoying than helpful. because normally by the time I can cast it, I just don't need a whole ton of extra crappy units. And a lot of times that's what I get out of it. It's nice when you get Mana Core Riders or something like that, though.
I think the point, though, is the fact that it's just supposed to be mass overrun.
Yeah, it is. It's just a horde rush thing.
Which is not your playstyle.
Not really.
You micromanage your units to try to save every single one.
Yeah, I do.
See, I play that style with Warlord, so I would definitely cast it and then just mash Bum Rush across the map, picking up every single little unit and just overwhelming with sheer numbers.
Too bad it's a shame you can't combine the Warlord's abilities with the Necromancer's Tier 7 spell.
Oh, God.
That might be a little unbalanced.
Honestly, the Theocrats with something that can with an ally that has network scrying eyes would just be unnecessarily powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Any units bunkered up in a city, you can just tick them away and they can never regenerate.
Right. Yeah, Network of Scrying Eyes is really good. If you combine it with other spells that just deal damage to cities or units in cities from like different specializations and stuff, it can be very irritating for the enemy.
I mean, if you get enough casting points, you could basically send every single one of their cities back to the Stone Age.
Yep. Combine it with Earthquake or something like that. Now, you'll get some pretty severe racial penalties, but if they're a race that you're not using, it doesn't really matter.
Hey.
Hey. No. Oh my gosh, Ricky looks terrifying. One shot. I think probably need to wrap it up after this one. We're coming up on an hour here pretty soon. Just wanted to grab this tower and see if I can see anything interesting. Not really, other than those rogue units on the way. All right, everyone. I think we'll go ahead and call it for this episode. So we will probably see you next week. I did want to give a brief update on my Twitch channel. I do plan on streaming again, probably Sunday night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. So if you guys are interested in watching me play more Civilization 6, feel free to tune in then. Otherwise, we'll be back next week with more Age of Wonders. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.